So you either shoot videos on your iPhone or you're planning on shooting videos on your iPhone, and you've heard that the front facing camera just isn't as good as these back cameras. And that is true, but it is so convenient to use that front facing camera because you can see yourself on the screen, make sure you're in the frame, and to make sure that you've actually been recording. Been there, done that. Not fun at all. But luckily I have 5 ways that you can monitor yourself while shooting on that back camera to get that nice crispy video quality and still see yourself.
You gotta just press record.
Hey guys, my name is Nolan Molt with Think Media. Now, first of all, I gotta say that you can use that front facing camera. It's still going to look good. However, it does look a little bit better if you do use that back camera. But if you're just getting started on YouTube, I can't deny how convenient it is to use that front facing camera. So go ahead, use it. Who cares? Now, for the rest of us like me who want to squeeze the best possible image quality out of your iPhone, you're gonna wanna use that back camera. And number one, we have the mirror monitor. Now, this is a mirror that goes on top of your smartphone, and this costs $26 for that mirror. And you are going to need a mount, some sort of phone clamp like this. This one's $22. It's a great phone mount. So we're gonna have everything linked down in the description below if you wanna check it out. And it's really simple. All you gotta do is put your phone inside of the phone mount, and then you can put that mirror right on top of this cold shoe. Now, this is definitely one of the more simple setups, and there's a few other setups that are cheap, some that are expensive, and depending on the stuff that you have, if you have an Apple Watch, if you have a Mac, a computer, a Roku even, all of that is going to matter on the decision that you are going to make on which one you should use. So stay tuned for all of them. We got some really cool options coming up. At number 2, we have the AirPlay method, and this is super convenient because it's completely wireless. There's no wires, there's no mirrors, there's nothing. All you need is a smart TV or a Mac. Or if you don't have a smart TV, you can make it a smart TV with a Roku, and this is going to work as well. Now, to get this to work, you want to make sure that your phone is up to date as well as your Mac. If you're going to screen this to something like your MacBook Pro or even just like a Mac Mini, anything like that, make sure everything is up to date. Now, to do this, it's super simple. You're just going to open up your iPhone, and on that top right hand corner, you're going to slide down for this control center, and you're going to want to tap on this button right here. This is screen mirroring, and this is going to open up all the devices that you can screen share your iPhone to. So for me, I'm going to hit the MacBook Pro, and now I am screen sharing to my MacBook Pro, and I can monitor with this laptop. This method works really well if you're using a laptop and you can move it around to your setup where you have your phone. Or if you shoot your videos at your desk and you already have your monitor right there, maybe it's like a live stream type of setup, this is gonna work perfectly too, even if you have an iMac or a Mac Mini. Now, this also works on a Roku, and you can screen share to that TV through the Roku. Of course, the limitation here is that the TVs are usually mounted to something like a wall, and so unless you are shooting right by that wall and that TV is in a great spot to monitor your camera, then that's perfect, but that's not always the case. Now, you can pick up a Roku for $20 to $30, and I actually found a TV that I got for $30. I got this small little TV for my home gym, and you could actually use this setup. So for about $50, you can get a wireless screen sharing setup for your YouTube studio. Which brings me to number 3, and this one's actually really cool, and this is FiLMiC Pro wireless monitor. Basically, what this is, for $20, you can get a bundle, which is FiLMiC Pro and FiLMiC Remote. So on the phone that you're using to film, you're gonna open up FiLMiC Pro, and this is an app that allows you to record footage and just gives you a lot more features than the normal camera app that comes on the iPhone. And then on a separate iPhone or even on an iPad, you're gonna download the FiLMiC Remote app. And this is going to allow you to wirelessly transmit video to that phone or to that iPad, and you can control the camera on the other device. And this is the coolest thing about this setup, is you could literally set your phone up against the wall, and then with the FiLMiC Remote app, you can wirelessly transmit to that phone, to the iPad. You can view everything that's going on and still make changes to your camera. Again, this is really best for the person who already has an iPad or an extra phone that their spouse may have that they can borrow for their shoots. Or even just use an old iPhone. If you have one laying around, you can use that too. At number 4, we have HDMI to a monitor. Yes, the iPhone does not have an HDMI port. However, if you pick up this adapter, this goes right into the bottom of the phone at that lightning port, and then this is going to give you an HDMI out, but you have to make sure that you are charging the camera in this little piece right here. So first, you want to plug in your charger into this adapter, and then you're going to plug the adapter into your phone, and then you're going to want to hit Trust Computer, and this is going to allow access for the HDMI to go out of your phone. After this, go ahead and plug in HDMI into this adapter and then into your monitor. Now, you can pick up a camera monitor for about $95, but if you have a computer monitor or any other spare monitor, this is going to work just fine. Now, if you do decide to go with a cheap camera monitor, you are going to need some NPF style batteries, and you can get 2 of those and a charger for $50. Now, the the adapter that I've been using is actually a knockoff version. It's not the official Apple version because that one costs like 50 bucks. This one just costs $14 and it works perfectly for me. And then of course you need the HDMI cord, which costs you $6. Now altogether, that's about $165, and it sounds expensive, but if you don't have an iPad, an Apple Watch, a Mac computer, this is a really good route to go. Or you could save a bunch of money and just go with option number 1, the mirror method. But of course, there are a lot of pros to going with a camera monitor versus something like a mirror. Now this one is definitely my favorite because of how convenient it is, and that is the watch monitor. A lot of people actually don't know this, but if you go into the apps on your Apple Watch, you can find the camera app. All you got to do is select the camera app and it's going to open up the app on your phone. And so right away, it's going to be connected. Now, once it's connected on your watch, you do want to make sure that you go back to your phone and you change it to video, because you can't change it to video on the watch. Then all you got to do is take it off, strap it over your iPhone, buckle it down, and you have a little monitor right there. This one is really perfect for the vloggers, but it also works for a YouTube sit down studio setup because of how small, lightweight, and portable it is. It's just so easy to use. Now, the only thing about this is that the screen is really small. However, I don't find this to be an issue for me because really the only reason I need it is just to frame up my shot, to make sure that everything is level, to make sure that I'm in the shot and make sure I'm in focus. And I can see all of those things on my watch, and it's actually really impressive the low latency that you're getting from the watch to the phone, and it's a really clear image. It's sharp, you can see everything that's going on even though it's small. Now, if you're someone who hasn't made your first YouTube video yet, I actually walk you through step by step on how to use your iPhone to create and post your first YouTube video. So if that's you, make sure you click on the screen, and I'll see you guys in the next video.